One evening, while sitting in my car, I saw that many of my friends were commenting on Frank's Facebook wall, saying things like, "Rest in peace," and other words of goodbyes. My friend was dead. I couldn't get myself to comment on his wall, but I did message back and forth with his mom and his brother. My best friends have reached out to me to hang out and to talk about the whole thing, but I'm not ready. I was supposed to meet him that day. We were supposed to hang out, but I chose to stay in. I don't know. I just didn't want to go out. I felt tired and I got a headache trying to come up with an excuse not to go. Now, looking at that last conversation I had with him, I just see his, "Whatever, man, I'll text you later." That was his last message to me. We were supposed to check out the new coffee shop by our high school. They were hosting an open mic night. It was supposed to be a good night, but instead, he called up one of his other friends and got in a car accident and died. 2 nights after he passed, the event started. My phone would ring at 3 a.m., a phone call from an abnormally long number. I picked up the first couple of times, but all I could hear was static. Once I stopped answering, I started getting random text messages from those similar numbers, but with jumbled up text characters, like the kind you see on a corrupted computer file. This went on for 3 weeks before things got scarier. One night, I felt someone tug on my sleeve, and I heard my name being whispered while I was trying to sleep. And my phone started ringing once again. It all happened so fast that I thought I must have still been asleep. Half awake, I answered it, and I heard my name being whispered. This must be some type of prank, I remember thinking. When I hung up, I kept my eyes open toward the ceiling, barely illuminated by the light coming from the windows. When I heard the soft calling sound when you're the one calling someone and are waiting for them to answer. I was dialing some number by accident. When I grabbed my phone and checked who it was, it said I was calling Frank. Instinctively, I tapped on the button to see my call history. I was shocked to see that I had 2 phone calls with him in the past 5 minutes. One outgoing, which was my accidental dial, and one incoming, which I had apparently answered earlier. A 14-second phone call. The one where he whispered my name. I opened up my Facebook Messenger app and tapped on his name. I stared at our last conversation on there. We were talking about some girl he was saying. His last message on the app was him saying how I was right and that he wasn't going to call her back. But then, the 3 dots appeared. Frank Rosen is typing, ... and then stopped. Then typing again, ... I put my phone down and turned on my lights. I wanted him to send the message. Just send it. "Frank, I'm sorry, buddy." I wanted him to know that I was going to miss him, even though we never told that to each other, ever. Then he stopped typing. "Frank, I'll miss you, man. Rest in peace," I typed. And hit send. Since then, I haven't been woken up by any more calls or messages.